Brown. After all, science has shown that a person's character isn't really established until he's at least 5 years old.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes.
The only thing wrong with my big brother Charlie Brown is his lack of confidence, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence, his stupidity, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence, his... You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, you're the kind of reminder we need.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning baseball game? Has never been able to keep a kite in the air? Has never won a game of checkers? And has never successfully punted a football? Sometimes I marvel at his consistency.
I think Charlie Brown has nice hands.
It truly is a dog's life, filled with many challenges. You try to be excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school.
You're a prince and a prince will be king.
Now, Linus, I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you please hold still a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. Now, this is what you call a failure face. Notice how there's failure written all over it? Study it carefully. You're really such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in the eyes. Yes, I would say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face that you're allowed to see for a long while.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Sometimes I wake up early to watch the sunrise, and I think of how beautiful it is, how my life flies before me, and I get a very positive feeling about things. Like today, for example. The sky's so clear and the sun's so bright. How could anything go wrong on a day like this? I'm late!
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're the kind of reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed. You're a good man, Charlie Brown, and we know you will go very far. Yes, it's hard to believe, almost frightening to conceive what a good man you are.
You are kind.
You are kind to all the animals and every little bird. With a heart of gold, you believe what you're told.
Every single solitary word.
You bravely face adversity. You're cheerful through the day. You're thoughtful, brave, and courteous.
And you also have some thoughts before the moment.
Let's just say that you're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a prince and a prince can be king. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go and do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be.
Everybody says to me,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
every voice in harmony.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
All I need is one more try. Gotta get that guy to fight. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily. Wonder why they stop to say,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
never liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Trying not to rock the boat, not to make a scene. A good man, yes, but I confess I don't know what they mean. be late.
Don't wanna be late for school.
There they go again. Don't know what they mean. I'm not good, I'm not bad. I'm sort of in between. I don't understand. Nothing lasts forever. Things must end. I've memorized that phrase by heart. So tell me, I need to know it. When do the good things
This is my report on the past. The past has always interested people. I must admit, however, that I don't know much about it. I wasn't there when it happened.
among one of the worst times of the day for me. Always having to sit here alone. You know, mornings aren't so pleasant either. Just lying there and wondering if anyone would really miss me if I never got out of bed. And then there's the nighttime, just lying there and thinking about all the stupid things I've done during the day. And then there's those hours in between when I do those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is one of the worst times of the day for me. Better see what I got. Peanut butter. You know, some psychiatrists say that people who eat peanut butter sandwiches are lonely. I guess they're right. When you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Well, the PTA sure did a good job hanging these benches. There's that little redheaded girl over there, eating her lunch. I could go right up to her and sit with her. All I have to do is just stand up. I just have to stand up. I'm standing up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I am such a coward. I am so much of a coward. That little redheaded girl wouldn't even think of looking at me. Actually, I can't think of a single moment she ever did look at me. She's so big and I'm so small that she wouldn't even spread the little moment. She's looking at me. She's looking at me!
No, Patty, you're thinking of that other dress, the one I wore to Lucinda's party. The one I'm talking about was the very light blue one with the sash around the waist.
I don't remember.
Well, it had a skirt like this, and it had puffy sleeves like this, and a sash like this.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Well, that was the dress I was wearing when I met Frida the other day, and she said she'd seen one just like it over at...
Lunchtime is one of the worst times of day for me. If that little redheaded girl is looking at me right now, she must think I'm the biggest fool alive. But if she isn't, then I could just take this off and pretend like it never happened. But if she is, on the other hand, it's getting kind of hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Well, one lunch hour over with. Only 8,973 to go.
never to discuss marriage with a musician.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally, but I think that a man can really come closer to it by directing the forces of his life toward a single goal that he believes in. And I think that a man's personal search for happiness isn't really a selfish thing either. By directing the forces of his life toward a single goal that he believes in, he can help others to find it. Does that make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week.
No, a white dress and a big ballroom, but I guess it's sort of silly, isn't it, Charlie Brown?
Oh no, not at all. I mean, we all have our own daydreams or ambitions or whatever you want to call them. I mean, I've had one for myself, but I've never told anyone.
What is it? Tell me.
No, I don't think I should. It's not the kind of thing I should tell.
Oh, come on, please. I wouldn't tell anybody.
Well, I've always wanted to be called Flash. I've hated the name Charlie. I wish I could be so good at everything that everyone would call me Flash, and I wish I could be so athletic that everyone would call me Flash, and I'm free to listen to this! What's the matter, Sally?
Well, I don't know. I was jumping rope and everything was all right. And then suddenly, it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven used to be fond of taking long walks in the country. He was always inspired by the beautiful sounds of the countryside.
You blockhead, come back here with that ball!
Beethoven had it nice.
I think I'm losing my flavor.
From school. Oh, so good to see you, fella.
Oh, Snoopy, you're so adorable.
Alright, Snoopy, back up on your doghouse. I'll be out again with your supper in a little while.
I think Snoopy's such a wonderful dog.
He's just about the best there is.
They like me, I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turn out so well? Pleasant day, pretty sky, life goes on, and here I lie, not bad. Not bad at all. Cozy home, board and red, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad at all. Faithful friends, always near me, bring me bones, scratch my ear. Little birds come to cheer me every day. Sitting here on my stomach with sharp little claws, which are usually cold and occasionally painful. And sometimes there are so many that I can hardly even stand it. Oh, thanks! I feel every now and then that I'm gonna bite someone. I know every now and then what I wanna be. A fierce-chuckled animal crouched on a limb of a tree. La 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 la. I'd stay very, very still till I feel a big gun come. I'd wait knowing very well every second counts. And then like the fierce jungle creature I am, I would pounce.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go right up to that little redheaded girl and introduce myself. I think I'm gonna go right up to that little redheaded girl and I think I'm gonna introduce myself and I think I'm gonna ask her to eat lunch with me. I think I'm gonna ask her to lunch with me, then I'm gonna tell her how much I've always admired her, and then I'm gonna flap my arms and fly up to the moon.
Yesterday I was a dog. Today I'm a dog. And tomorrow, I'll probably still be a dog. There's just so little hope of advancement.
Today is April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown. I think I'll play a little trick on you. I think I'll try a little trick. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? Yes. You understand this is April Fool's Day? You're sure? I want to be certain that you understand. Hey, Charlie Brown, guess what?
What?
That little red hair girl there, she wants to give you a hug and a kiss.
Oh really? This is fantastic.
April Fools! Just like she made a fish in her brow.
Snoopy, do you see this stick? I, the human being, will throw the stick, and you, the dog, will retrieve it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
I got it!
You give me back my blanket.
No, I've got it and I'm going to keep it. This is just the start to break this disgusting habit of yours.
Apparently, you haven't heard the latest scientific reports. A blanket is as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his time restoring antique automobiles or building model trains or collecting old telephones or even studying about the Civil War. This is what's called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly, and this is good for it helps these men to cope with their everyday lives. Now, I feel that it is necessary for me to get my blanket back, so I'm going to give it a good yank. It's surprising what you can accomplish with some smooth talking and some fast action. Got you back again. Delightful. La 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 la. Sucking your thumb without a blanket is like eating a cone without ice cream. La la la. My blanket and me.
Guys, quick! You gotta see this! Look at my little baby brother and his little baby blanket.
There's your baby brother with his silly blanket.
Well, you know how babies are with their blankets, alright?
What do you mean? It's a cozy sanctuary, but it's far from necessary, 'cause I'm just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independensation, I will go away and leave it on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just walk away and leave it on the floor. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it on the. Ah! Don't ever let me do that again.
You're a hopeless case, Linus.
I thought I could do it. I really thought I could do it. It's foolish, I know it. I'll try to outgrow it. But meanwhile, it's my blanket
And me.
And me.
And me.
and me.
Doctor?
Not yet.
Secretary!
Not yet.
A C? A C? I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture? How could anyone get a C in coat hanger sculpture? May I ask a question? Was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, is it not true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or was I judged on my talent? If so, is it right that I be judged on a part of my life over which I have no control? If I was judged on my effort, for I was judged unfairly, for I tried as hard as I could. If I was judged on what I had learned about the project, then were not you, my teacher, also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Are you willing to share my seat? Perhaps I was being judged by the quality of coat hangers out of which my creation was made. Now, is this not also unfair? Am I to be judged by the quality of coat hangers that are used by the dry cleaning establishment that returns our garments? Is that not the responsibility of my parents? Should they not share my seat? Thank you, Miss Offmar. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
How are you today, Frida?
I'm mad. I'm mad at the whole world.
Are you mad at everybody in the whole world?
I'm mad at everybody.
How about all the animals and the birds and the fish? How about all the trees and the flowers?
I'm mad at them too. I'm mad at everything.
Are you mad at the sky? Are you mad at the stars? Are you mad at the ground? Are you mad at the rocks? How about all the cars and TVs and the buildings and the circuses and bracelets and roller skates?
You didn't mention jump ropes.
Are you mad at jump ropes?
I am especially mad at stupid jump ropes.
For you, Lucy, happy Valentine's Day. No, that doesn't sound right. For you, Lucy, happy Valentine's Day. You can do it if you just don't get nervous. For you, Lucy, happy Valentine's Day. For you, Lucy, Merry Christmas. Ah. You know what? Maybe that little red-headed girl sent me a Valentine. If she did, it's in the mailbox right now. But if she didn't, I'll be crushed. I'm too scared to look. But if she did, then I've got to look. Hello? 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 Nothing empty. Nothing echoes like an empty mailbox.
I've been thinking about how you didn't get any Valentines, Big Brother, and I think I figured it out. You didn't get any Valentines because no one sent you any.
I can't stand it. Look at everybody else enjoying their Valentines. I sent a Valentine to everybody I know this year. And how many did I get in return? None. I got 0 Valentines. But you know what? I think I got about as many Valentines as a dog. My stomach hurts. You know, Lucy, I'm so depressed I don't even know what to do.
Sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown. Maybe there's something I can do to help. I think what you need most of all is to come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
You really think that'll help?
Certainly.
Well, I guess I'll try. I'm not very handsome or clever or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream, oh, oh, was I born just to be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly, blah, as me?
Well, that's okay for a starter.
Starter?
Certainly, you don't think that mentioning these few superficial failings is going to do you any good, do you? Why, Charlie Brown, you really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am. And nobody likes me, not Frida, or Shirley, or Linus, or Schroeder,
Or Lucy.
or Lucy,
Or Snoopy.
or Snoopy. Hey, wait a minute, Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That does not count.
Or Snoopy. Oh, why was I born just to be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly?
Wait, you're not very much of a person.
That's certain.
Yet there is reason for hope.
There's hope.
For although you are no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me, you have to be. No one else but this singular, remarkable, unique, Charlie Brown.
I mean,
Yes, it's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown, you're you.
you know what? I'm feeling so much better already. You're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
That'll be 5 cents, please. I couldn't decide if I wanted fudge marble, chocolate, rocky road, vanilla, or butter pecan. I finally decided to try fudge marble. Then I had to choose between a plain cone and a sugar cone. I decided on a sugar cone. So what happened? I went outside the door and dropped the whole thing on the sidewalk. Don't tell me my life is a Shakespearean tragedy.
Today is my grandfather's birthday, Charlie Brown.
Oh, really? How old is he turning?
63. It's hard to believe he was once a human being.
Why is it that I always have my supper in a red dish and my drinking water in the yellow one? One of these days, I'm gonna put my drinking water in the red dish and my supper in the yellow one. Life's too short not to load up a little.
Schroeder, how much money do piano players make?
Money? Who cares about the money? This is art, you blockhead. This is wonderful music I'm making, and wonderful music is an art. Do you hear me? An art! An art! 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 Art!
You fascinate me.
You know, sometimes when you're depressed, all you want to do is nothing. All you want to do is lay your head on your arm and stare off into space. And when you're unusually depressed, you may have to switch arms.
Schroeder, what did you do with that picture of me I gave you?
Oh, that? I threw it away.
With your own hands?
Of course.
best kind of day for me. I hope tomorrow will be better.
You know, Charlie Brown, in some parts of the world, tomorrow's already today, and today's yesterday. If tomorrow is already today, Charlie Brown, then there's no way that tomorrow can be a better day.
You're a lot of fun to have around.
Chasing rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits.
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Rabbits?
Rabbits.
Rabbits, stupid book of rabbits, stupid rabbit, what's the special to other people's parties?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 to go.
The name of the book about which this book reports is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it I like the water. It was old. It reminded me of Robin Hood and the parlor was on the rock, the sheriff and Diane's back. And then Robin and everyone sits in the trees with some surprise attack. And they captured the sheriff and all was good and they carried him back to the camp in the woods and the sheriff was guessing the dinner of all. They wiggled away and the sound of the call was men rushed in and the arrows flew. Peter Rabbit did sort of that kind of thing too.
The other people's name was McGregor. 18, 19, 21, 22, 23.
In examining a work such as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the superficial characteristics of its deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader to the more substantial fabric of its deeper motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressure, so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also hope to explore the personality of Mr. McGregor and his conflicting roles as farmer and humanitarian.
If I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. I'll get a fresh start tomorrow when it's not due till Wednesday, so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure and there'll be lots of pressure. If I wait till tomorrow, I should start writing now. But if I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The name of the rabbit was Peter. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Down came the staff on his head, smash, and Robin fell like a sack full of lead. Crash! The sheriff laughed and he left him for dead. Ah, when he was wrong.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Just then an arrow flew in, wing! It was a sign for the fight to begin, sing! And then it looked like the sheriff could win. Ah, but not for long. Away they ran. Just like rabbits who run a lot, as you can tell from the story of Peter Rabbit, which this report is about.
Rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits.
How do they expect us to write a book report of equality in just 2 days? How do they conspire to make life so miserable and so effectively in so many ways?
Not to mention the extreme pressure exerted on him by his deeply rooted rivalry with Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail.
Rabbits,
That's what you think. What? That's my new philosophy. Oh yeah, that's what you think.
Wait, why are you telling me?
What?
Why are you telling me?
Why are you telling me? I like it. That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? My new philosophy. The teacher gave a D on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her.
Your new philosophy.
My new philosophy.
Miss B?
I'm G. Oopsie. A D. A D. Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy.
That's your new philosophy.
Why are you telling me? My new philosophy.
That's great, Sally, but I gotta go back there, Chopin's Nocturne, B flat minor.
No! I like it. No! That's a good philosophy. No! No! No.
That's your new philosophy, huh?
Yes! I mean, no! Just like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving. When life's a dizzy maze on alternating days, I choose a different way.
Your new philosophy.
My new philosophy.
Sally, some philosophies are simple. Man does not live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear.
Leave your message at the sound of the tone. Some philosophies pick and choose, deciding what goes in and
Some take a lifetime.
take a minute.
But Sally, anything that takes a minute can't be very lasting. For instance, Beethoven took over 2 years for his brilliant. No, I can't stand it.
I can't stand it.
I like it.
It's like a guarantee. Each new philosophy, and things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Now life is free and easy. Once more philosophy's with my brand new. You know, someone said we should live each day as if it were the last day of our lives.
Ah, this is my last day. This is it. I only have 24 hours left. Help me.
Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. And that's my new philosophy.
Alright, gang, it's the last game of the season, and if we just stick together and remember teamwork, we can finish off the season strong with.
Charlie Brown, I thought of some new strategy for you. Why don't you tell the other team that we're gonna play them at a certain place? Only it isn't the right place. See? And then when they don't show up, we will like forfeit. Isn't that good strategy? I don't understand these managers who don't want to use good strategy.
All we have to do is just remember spirit and teamwork, and if we really just grit our teeth and bear it down, then we can finish off the season with.
That other team was trash talking with Charlie Brown. But don't worry, I got to them. I said, you guys think you're so great? Mozart is writing symphonies when you were your age. That means shut him up.
I'm sure it did. If we just remember spirit and teamwork, and we just grit our teeth and bear it down, we can finish off the season with.
Perhaps you shouldn't be a playing manager, Charlie Brown. Perhaps you should be a bench manager.
That's a good idea. You'd be a great bench manager, big brother. You could say, bench, do this, or bench, do that. You could even be in charge where we put the bench. When we get to the playing field, you could say, let's put the bench here, or let's put the bench over there.
I can't stand it.
What's the sense of our playing if we know we're gonna lose? Even if there was 1,000,000 to 1 chance we were gonna win. That makes some sense.
Yeah.
Well, we may not have 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but I'm sure we have at least 1,000,000 to 1.
Yeah!
Give me a T.
T!
Give me an E.
E!
Give me an A.
A!
Give me an M.
M!
What do we got?
T!
There is no team like the best team, which is our team right here.
guess what happened today at the baseball game? It's hard to believe what happened today at the baseball game. I was the manager, Schroeder was catcher, and all of the team was the same as always. But somehow or other, disaster struck at the baseball game. Good luck!
Break! Swing! I got it!
I got it!
I got it! I thought you had it!
See what I mean? Two batter strikes, the bases were loaded with 2 men out. I pitched my curve, but somehow he hit a good strong clout. See, I hollered, it's coming right to you. She caught it as easy as pie, then dropped it. I don't think it's good for a team's morale to see their manager cry. Snoopy helped out by biting a runner and catching the ball in his teeth. Linus got flies from a 3rd-story window by holding his blanket beneath. Yes, we had fortitude, no one could argue with that. And 1 run would win us the game as I came up to bat.
Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown, there is no team
All right.
like the best team.
Bro,
This is our team,
sort of.
right here. We will show you we're the best team in the very little league this year. And in no time, we'll be big time with the big league baseball stars. For all we have to do is win just one more game.
And the championship is ours.
Ours, ours, ours!
2 men were on with 2 outs and me with 1 strike to go.
One strike! One strike!
Then I saw her, this cute little red-headed girl I know. Firmly I vowed I would win it for her, and I shouldered my bat and I swung. Dear pen pal, I'm told where you live is really quite far. Could you please send directions on how I can get where you are? Your friend, Charlie Brown.
I'm sorry I have to say this right to your face, Lucy, but you're a very crabby person. Now, I know your crabbiness has become so natural that you don't even know you're doing it, but it's true just the same. You're a very crabby person, you're crabby to practically everybody you meet. Now, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, and I hope you take it that spirit that it's meant. I think that we're all open for an opportunity to learn more about ourselves. I believe that the Socrates are right when they say the first rule of living is know thyself. Well, that's about all I got. I hope I haven't offended you or anything.
Well, what's Socrates got to do with it anyway? Know thyself.
I know it doesn't really come as a surprise, but Lucy knows she can't be crabby anymore.
Anymore.
Where is everybody? I told them to be here.
You told them to be here.
If we don't rehearse, then we can't practice for the play tomorrow.
The play tomorrow.
Charlie Brown,
Charlie Brown.
Linus,
Linus.
Lucy.
Lucy.
Hey, give me back that ball.
No, not until you give me back my crayons.
That's my best pencil, you... If you don't give me back my pencil, I'll tell Sally what you said about her.
Stop that! We're both late. You have to rehearse.
What did you say about me, Linus?
He said...
Lucy!
Stop that!
Sorry I'm late.
There's no time to be sorry!
What did he say?
He said... it! Now, remember, this is a mood piece. You must pay attention with music and words. And concentrate. Remember, adagio cum brio.
Give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play.
Give me my pencil.
Where sound drum is heard, a discouraging word, where the skies are not cloudy all day.
Give me my pencil.
Squirrel, home on the
Give me
range,
my pencil.
where the deer and the antelope play. Where sound drum is heard, a discouraging word, where the skies are not cloudy all day. Oh, give me
that pencil.
where the bright diamond sand flows leisurely down the stream. Why did you take Sally's pencil? A graceful white swan goes gliding along like a maiden of heaven's daydream.
An enigma.
An enigma.
What's an enigma? Never mind.
What's an enigma?
Hey, he's still on my pencil!
Where the sound is heard, a discouraging word.
And the skies are not cloudy all day.
You know, I wonder when it was that dogs started to be referred to as man's best friend.
It was probably after the invention of cookies.
My teeth are tingling again. I feel like I just gotta bite someone before sundown, or else I'm gonna start raving mad. And yet, society frowns upon such an action. So what happens now? I'm stuck with tingly teeth.
Each family has a chain of command. And do you know who's the lowest on that chain? Guess. It's the dog. The dog is the lowest on the chain. Do you understand that? I said, do you understand that?
They hate it when you stare like this. My stomach clock just went off. It's supper time. Charlie Brown has forgotten to feed me. Here I lie, a withered, hollow shell of a dog. And there lies my supper dish. Empty. But that's okay. He'll remember when no furry friend comes to greet him after school. Then he'll remember. He'll rush out here to the doghouse, but it'll be too late. There'll be nothing but the dried carcass of a former friend who used to love to run and play so happily with him. Nothing but the bleached puppy bones of
Hey Snoopy, are you asleep or something? I've been standing here almost a whole minute with your supper.
summertime. Summertime! Behold the brimming bowl of meat and meal, which is brought forth to ease our hunger. Behold the flowing flagon moist and sweet, which has been sent to slake our thirst.
Alright, Snoopy, no need for a big production. Just get down off the doghouse and eat.
It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time.
Why can't you just get down off your doghouse and eat quietly and calmly like every other normal dog?
So what's wrong with making meals from a joint occasion? Supper, 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 supper.
Well, I don't know, Linus. It kind of looks like an airplane to me the way the lights are like down and off.
What do you think, Schroeder? Could be a star. Or a planet. Oh, it could be a satellite.
It could be a satellite. I wonder.
Well, we'll never find out by just sitting here.
Where are you going?
I'm going over here to get a closer look.
Sometimes after supper time, I like to come out here and listen to the sounds of the night. But something seems to be missing. Arroo! In my opinion, that's exactly what it needed.
I'm so happy. That little red-headed girl dropped her pencil. There's teeth marks in it. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. Maybe today isn't such a bad day after all. Happiness is finding a pencil.
Pizza with sausage.
Telling the time.
Happiness is learning to whistle.
Tying your shoe for the very first time. Happiness is playing the drum in your own school band.
And happiness is walking hand in hand.
Happiness is 2 kinds of ice cream.
Climbing a tree.
Happiness is 5 different crayons.
Catching a firefly, setting him free.
Happiness is being alone every now and then.
And happiness is coming home again.
Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you.
Happiness is having a sister, sharing a sandwich, getting along.
Happiness
is singing together when day is through, and happiness is those who sing with happiness is those who sing with happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too.
For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you.
You're a good friend, Charlie Brown.